Hello beautiful people, it's Cinderella. Welcome to the channel. Today we're back again with another video. This is from the Impressive channel, and this is about Shannon Sharpe again. The title is Shannon Sharpe rejected Yvonne Orji because he wanted a bad girl. More accusers. All right, we're gonna check this together, and all of your thoughts and your contribution in the comments below. Let's dive right in.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. There have been various new updates surrounding the old creepy freak Shannon Sharpe. If you don't know, Shannon Sharpe, who is a sports news podcaster and also a former NFL Hall of Famer, took a huge hit on his reputation when an OnlyFans model he was dealing with named Gabriella Zuniga accused him of R-ing her and also choking her and controlling her, and she is suing for $50 million. Now, I did feel like this was a cash grab because of the timing, because Shannon was in the middle of inking a $100 million deal for his media company. And not to mention, Gabriella is being represented by the lawyer Tony Busby, who has been accused of being an ambulance chaser and extortionist. Not to mention, Gabriella was begging Shannon Sharpe for a baby multiple times because she wanted to find a way to get paid for the next 18 years. So at first I thought to myself, this really seems like a money grab. This seems like a setup. However, we all know that Shannon's old, creepy, nasty self should not have been messing with this 19, 20-year-old model. Shannon is in his mid-50s. He was warned by everybody. Don't be chasing after these young escorts because you are going to get caught up.
Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the...
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old.
You can be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.
But you know, creepy old Shannon, he did not care. He wanted them young girls. He didn't want a stable relationship. He didn't want anybody respectable. He wanted somebody nasty like him. When his co-host from Nightcap, Chad Ochocinco, suggested that he date Yvonne Orji, Shannon was like, absolutely not. And we all know the reason why. I mean, Yvonne is black, first of all, so she doesn't make the cut. She also is a virgin, so she ain't nasty enough. Now, Shannon could teach her some things, but he doesn't want to because he's not attracted to her kind. Also, she's too old. And you know Shannon ain't going for that. He wants somebody young that he could turn out and have some control over. And Chad was trying to convince him. He was saying, listen, somebody like Yvonne would be good for you. But Shannon was not trying to hear all that.
Because she would be perfect for you and what you have going on. Not only is she walking the path of righteousness, but she has the vision that can open the door where you're trying to get to. Now, what you think about that?
I'm looking for a sinner. I'm looking for a sinner. I'm looking for a sinner. Send me Miss Nasty B. What her name was? I don't want nobody walking straight and narrow.
Oh, come on.
Nah,
So,
I want a sinner.
listen, I thought we as
that's what I'm looking for.
We always talk about, this is what I want for you, man. I'm telling you, this will prepare you into a world you've never been before. You need a woman like that in your life.
Yeah. Give me Miss Nasty B. I had a bottle right there by my bed.
Anybody ever told you about
Baba wants nasty, freaky, nasty thing. That is what he is involved in, or he loves, he likes, he does. But you people want to crucify just Didi for being freaky. We get Didi on is different, but you are freaky and you are crucifying somebody. Calm down. You do not remove the scale from your eye. Yeah, but obviously, this doesn't even make any sense, because why are you throwing someone else's name to say, okay, this person will be good for? Why are you do this shipping thing? Doesn't even make any sense to me. Like, it's embarrassing. How do you just throw somebody else? Like, this is what people do in high school, and most especially, he is not gonna go for somebody close to his age or somebody like that. He's going to go for the one that he can control, small, and we're not going to use naive. We're just going to use like really young, because he knows what he's into, and he knows that those are the type of people that will give him what he's into, not the older ones, because older ones, they don't have that time to go and be doing that. They're looking for something else, and this one is looking for nasty public, national TV, or social media. Nasty. Stop it.
like Miss Netta?
They do sometimes. I don't get up. It used to bother me, but guess what? It don't stop them checks from coming in. And it don't stop them young ones from opening up. And it don't stop them young ones from opening up.
Shannon is a mess. He really is. But he was warned. He was warned about his dating choices. But no, he wanted a sex worker and he wanted somebody barely legal. And he has nobody to blame but himself. And the truth of the matter is, no mature, quality woman like a Yvonne or anybody else would take him seriously. They just wouldn't. Now, there were some receipts that were released from Gabriella and her lawyer, Tony, and I will say these receipts are pretty damning. Now, this doesn't mean that Shannon can't fight against it, but I will say it makes him look crazy. Now, it was reported that Shannon and Gabriella had over 100 BDSM sexual encounters over the 2 years they were dating, and these encounters were consensual. They were initiated a lot of times by Gabriella herself because she was telling him to abuse her, choke her, tie her up, do all this and that, and Shannon was down for it with his old freaky self. But there was a point when Gabriella felt like Shannon was too rough, and she claimed that he R'd her back in October of last year. And this is kind of the tricky thing about BDSM relationships. It is hard to tell whether a person is consenting or not, because a lot of times in these type of encounters, people get aroused by violence and dominance, and no doesn't always mean no unless a safe word is used, and a safe word has to be used if a person is feeling too uncomfortable. But even after that SA incident happened, Gabriella was still trying to sleep with Shannon, and she was sending him freaky text messages, and she was also asking him for money. She wanted $25K per butt cheek. And somebody can look at this and think, well, is she telling the truth about Shannon R'ing her? Because why would she reach back out to him to sleep with him after that happened? And it is possible that maybe Shannon got too rough. And I think Gabriella started to grow resentment towards him. I mean, she was doing all this nasty stuff with this old man. He wasn't compensating her in the way that she wanted. He was comfortable talking down to her because that was a part of their whole role play. Also, he messed around with other women, including Michelle, who he was smashing on IG Live. And according to the text messages, Gabriella was really upset about that. She was upset when he started messing with Michelle. So I think after a while, she was like, man, I'm tired of being treated this way. I need my money. Pay me. And she started recording their encounters, which I do believe was a plan for her to use for her lawsuit. But it does make Shannon look guilty when you hear this audio.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just going to like get mad at and you're just going to hang up on me. So I feel like...
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
I don't know, have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did what you did to me.
Shannon sounds crazy in that
Exactly. Exactly. It's messy both ways. And this is what we keep saying here. It's messy both ways, no matter how you want to look at it. Because this, their role play or whatever, obviously that's how they talk. BDSM, exactly what the narrator just said here. BDSM, except there is a buzzword, they call it safe word. That's it. And you people that watch 50 Shades of Grey, you love it until, and you say it's romantic. This is what the brother Oga is into, the type of things. So it doesn't look good, regardless of how you want to see it. 'Cause you're nasty, nasty, and you want to crucify Didi for being freaky. But again, sir, obviously, let me just be honest. It doesn't look good on her part. The text messages and whatever doesn't look good on her part. Even him, it doesn't even look good on his part. The both of them, they know what happened in the bedroom. And like I would say, and I'm still gonna say, it's giving revenge gone bad. Or it's giving, when I say revenge, like, oh, maybe she wanted to get something out of him and she didn't get. So maybe this was just a way to, like, okay, she's gonna hold him some way or the other. That is what I mean by the revenge gone bad. Obviously, these two people. As for this other Oga, you're too old, sir, for this. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. And even if you are doing this, the public don't even need to do this now. What's happen? And you have kids. You have kids. But it's transactional relationship that they have, transactional, sexual, and whatever. Because I mean, you mentioned it that she's OnlyFans. Okay, you know that she's OnlyFans before. That's why you went there. Was it not the type of thing that you're attracted to? You know what you're doing. So, I mean, no matter how you want to look at it, it's messy on both ends. Let me know what you think.
And he might have thought that they were doing role play or race play, whatever, but that is not how Gabriella and her lawyer Tony Busby are presenting it. Also, Gabriella said that Shannon R'd her again in January of this year, and she presented this text message saying, "But I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my butt, and you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. I don't know how to process this." And Shannon responded by saying, "Can I call you later?" So that in itself looks crazy. It looks bad. It all looks bad. And not to mention, her lawyer, Tony Busby, said that Shannon offered her $10 million in hush money before she went public with this lawsuit. Now, Shannon's attorney said that he was being blackmailed, and usually blackmail victims pay money to keep certain information from coming out to protect their reputation. And maybe this is what Shannon was trying to do. He was in the middle of trying to get a $100 million deal, so the last thing he needed was for this lawsuit to go public. But at the same time, him offering her hush money doesn't make him look innocent at all. It makes him look like he is trying to hide something. And apparently he has a lot to hide, because it's rumored that he settled multiple lawsuits with women that he was dealing with. He even had to pay off one woman that he was working with on the show Undisputed. She was a production assistant, and he allegedly choked her out. Now, Shannon's team is saying that it didn't happen that way, but Shannon and Fox had to quietly settle with the accuser for several $100,000. So he's been in a situation where he had to pay off some women, and also he was being sued by another woman named Michelle Evans. And this ain't the same Michelle that he was smashing on IG Live. Michelle. This is a different Michelle. She was in a relationship with Shannon for 10 years, and she did talk about it on Unwind with Tasha K.
What was y'all sex life like?
He loved to have his booty played with. That part might not have been everyday sex, but other than that, it's just...
So like you put fingers and tongue in his butt?
Yeah. You know, there were times where I wondered if maybe he was bi.
Do you think you kind of opened up his butt to new experiences?
No, I can't imagine, because he already liked it.
Tasha K is wild, but in 2010, Michelle did allege that Shannon R'd her. She said that she confronted him about his unfaithfulness, and the argument escalated, and he allegedly forced her to her knees and made her give him oral. Also, she claims that he penetrated her without her consent and delivered a chilling message. He said he was going to make it so no other man would want her. Allegedly. And she said he threatened to ruin her if she told what happened. Now, she did file a restraining order against him, and this actually caused Shannon to step down from his job at CBS Sports at the time, which is kind of looking like a pattern. I mean, he recently had to step down from his job with ESPN because of this current lawsuit he's dealing with. And also, the lawsuit he has with Michelle is still active. And even though she kind of is a sketchy character herself, she did go to prison for trying to kill her husband. So she's kind of a nutcase, but two things could be true. She could be crazy, but she could also be telling the truth about Shannon. But Shannon has nobody to blame but himself. I mean, these are the type of women that he likes. He likes women with questionable character. It doesn't matter. As long as they're white, they're right. Also, he likes very, very young women because he is an old creep, and he just doesn't know how to control himself. His lust got the best of him, and now he's about to lose it all. At least it appears that way. If more women come out, then he's screwed for sure. But the current cases against him, he might be able to fight. However, this has hurt his reputation in a major way, and no reputable company would ever want to work with him again because he is a liability. It's unfortunate, but Shannon should have listened to all those people who were telling him to settle down with somebody who had no drama, somebody who was in his age bracket, somebody who could elevate him. But no, he said he wanted a sinner.
I'm looking for a sinner. I'm looking for a sinner. Send me Miss Nasty B. What her name was?
Anyway, tell what you all think about this mess down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Exactly. He has no one to blame but himself, because this is what he said he's attracted to. This is what he said he likes, and now it is coming and revealing to your face. Are you surprised? You said you're looking for a sinner, you're looking for nasty. Then you expect a saint to come out of the situation. Stop it, sir. Stop it. Because all of this, obviously, that's why talking about this, the text message doesn't even make Gabby look good anyways. But obviously, when you look at compare both, like, is reading like the two of them can be telling the truth, the two of them or the both of them can be lying, obviously. But from whatever relationship they both have is a transactional, consensual, sexual relationship, which maybe at some point it's got out of hand, and somebody just couldn't, just maybe. But this is messy on both parties, and as for uncle, it is not looking good for him, sir. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, because if what the other lady, the Michelle, described is to be true, in fact, I just can't. I'm trying to unhear what I just heard, because are you serious? Some kind of things that people are into should just stay in their bedroom for peace sake. But anyways, we've heard it. I'm now trying to look for how I'll flush it from my eardrum and from my brain. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.